Okay, this video we will continue discussing factoring polynomials. Here we will concentrate on the technique of using substitution, and well, trinomial is kind of generic term. Trinomials means three-term polynomials. All right. Okay, so let's begin. So the first problem, I know it doesn't look anything like trinomials, but actually it is if you make a substitution. You notice that 2x minus 1 are identical here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce a new variable. I will say letter u is equal to 2x minus 1. With that substitution, this whole problem can be written in this form, which now becomes trinomial. All right, and hope you are familiar with factoring this type of trinomial. Okay, and here this can be factored. It's 2u and u. Okay, and 7 and 1 will do. All right, and you can check this by FOIL. 2u, the first and the last term should be kind of obvious. It's the middle term. So this is 7u, and the outer is 2u, and the 2 will give us this 9u. All right, so that's the verification that this is indeed correct factorization. Okay. Okay, so we are kind of done in that situation with u, the variable u, but not completely done because the original problem was given to you in x. So all we need to do is now put back the x. So first 2u, u turned out to be 2x minus 1. That was our original substitution. All right, and let's just kind of clean this up. So this will be 4x minus 2 plus 7, and this one will just be 2x because negative 1 and plus 1 will cancel out. So I'm almost finished. This will be 4x plus 5 and 2x, and that's it. But typically the convention is we usually write this monomial factor in front. Okay, so some teachers may want you to write your final result this way. All right. Okay, second problem. All right, here our substitution is going to be, I'm going to let you use variable, let me just draw a line, variable y. Okay, so here y, I'm going to let this be xn. Then that will give me y squares x 2n. All right, so this whole entire trinomial can be written in y as this. All right, and now this is factoring trinomials. So I'm going to go 4y, 2y, and 3 and 1 should do, negative and plus. All right, that's the factoring of that line above. Okay, and now just bring back the xn. So final answer will be 4xn minus 3 and 2xn plus 1. Now if you could do this problem without making this substitution, that's okay. All right, you don't have to really introduce a new variable and bring back the x at the end. All right, the last problem, again, not too different. Okay, again, the main idea here is that this x to the 8th is a square of x to the 4th. All right, but I'm still going to use the substitution method. I'm going to let w is equal to x to the 4th. Then w square is x to the 8th. Okay, you can use any letter, but don't use the letter x. I see sometimes students making this mistake. X is equal to x to the 4th. That is very wrong statement. Okay. Okay, so let's begin. So this problem now can be written as 6w squared minus w minus 35. All right. Okay, and let's factor this out. 6, I'm going to use 2 and 3. Let me try. That may not always work because 6 could be 6 and 1 instead of 2 and 3. And 35, I'm going to use 5 and 7. And I see, looking by inspection, since I have a negative 1w, the way I've written it will give me negative 15. That will give me negative 15w, and then 2w and 7 will give me 14. So that is indeed the correct factorization. All right. And now all I gotta do is bring back the x. So final answer is 2x to the 4th minus 5, 3x to the 4th plus 7. Okay, and be careful just to inspect, is this indeed the completely factor form? And answer is yes. Sometimes you may need to factor some of these even further, and we'll see that in some of our coming videos. All right.